How long have you been a volunteer with ADA, and why did you choose to volunteer?
I've been a volunteer with ADA since January of 2022. I have served as a member on the board of directors, and I'm currently the secretary for ADA.
I have been a volunteer with ADA. I don't even know how long, several years. I think I was recruited in by a previous chair of the membership committee, and then she left, and I became the chair of the membership committee.
I've been a volunteer with ADA for 5.5 years in the membership committee, and I've served on the research committee for a smaller stint.
I started my volunteering with ADA after the art therapy conference was in Dallas many, many years ago. And I've completely lost track of how long it's been. It's got to have been at least 15 years, I want to say.
I chose to volunteer because I really enjoy volunteering, and since I was a graduate student at EBMS doing my Master's of Science in Art Therapy and Counseling, I really found volunteering to be a powerful part of my own practice and being a professional as an art therapist.
Prior to that, I had volunteered on other committees like resolutions and tellers, and I just felt like it was a way to have a voice in the organization that promoted art therapy.
I became a volunteer because I thought meaningful change within an organization is important to invest in the body, the membership of the community, and diversifying who we are as art therapists.
I joined as part of the conference planning committee that following year and just started just getting the ropes of what it all entailed in bringing a conference nationally to different cities. And I volunteered with that committee for a good 10 years and had actually a whole lot of fun. It was a really good way to get involved with the organization, and I met a lot of people that I'm still friends with. And that was why I started volunteering with ADA.
Why did you become an art therapist?
I became an art therapist because it really combined my passions for creating and making art and helping others. It was a beautiful marriage of the two.
I became an art therapist because I found that the power of art making within my own process was something that really was sustaining me as a human, and I wanted to help bring that to other people in a facilitated, safe space.
I became an art therapist so that I can continue to use art in a way that helps my clients heal. A lot of them are going through some mental health struggles, and I find art to be a nice reflective way to work through the struggles that come up in everyday life.
I became an art therapist because I wanted to combine my passion for art making and my passion for helping individuals heal through different experiences, and also give back to communities that I'm a part of.
What's your favorite art medium?
My current favorite art medium is film photography. I really enjoy analog processes, so I just gravitate towards film versus digital.
My favorite art medium currently has got to be pottery, although I am probably more prolific with painting and probably better at painting and drawing. But currently my favorite is playing with pottery and making big messes.
I enjoy going back to basics and using drawing materials and life drawing. I also really enjoy printmaking, mask making, and challenging myself to engage in different forms of art.
I really enjoy using collage and mixed media and watercolor. I think I like to combine a lot of different things that may or may not always go together, but that you can find creative ways to combine.
Who or what inspired you to become an art therapist?
I was inspired to become an art therapist by two psychology students that happened to be in a painting class with me. And they were the ones who introduced me to art therapy as a field.
I would say going back to high school, I think about my high school teacher who encouraged me to not let art be absent from my life, and also reminding myself that I wanted to help people, which I think I honestly got from my grandmother and my mom. Those were two sides of myself and three people who encouraged me to challenge myself and these different strengths of mine. And learning about art therapy has inspired me to become the art therapist that I am today.
I'm not sure if it was a specific person, but I did always appreciate watching my dad paint and be creative. He was incredibly creative and could sort of do or make or build anything. And that definitely sort of early on instilled my interest in art and the creative process. And then I think just I have a knack for just being a helper. And so again, it was just sort of a perfect combination for things that were important to me.
The person who inspired me to become an art therapist is a dear friend of mine from undergrad in the film photography program. He is a veteran, I'm a veteran, and one day he was having a really hard time with some symptoms, and I, before I knew it, was wanting to help and support him. So we ended up spending a good chunk of the day, like 8 hours in the darkroom, working on our images together, just talking, supporting each other, validating each other, and realized that this was a space that I really wanted to harness and develop for myself to be able to do this for other people as well.
Why am I an ADA member?
I'm an ADA member because it allows me to stay connected with my professional community. It also allows me to see different individuals at different points in the professional field, either through conferences or through continuing education experiences, and also serving on the board.
I'm an ADA member because I think it's important to be involved in our professional organization and advocate on behalf of the important work that we're all doing.
I'm an ADA member because I believe in community building, collaboration, and moving forward the field of art therapy as a career choice for folks. I think there's something really special about art making in a psychotherapy space to help folks work on their own personal needs.
I've been an ADA member ever since I started my career in art therapy. And one of the main reasons that I continue to be a member of ADA is the connections that it brings me in terms of just staying connected to people that I've met along the way that are art therapists. And being part of the membership, you get to hear what people are doing. I get to read all the journal articles that they're writing, and I get to see, it's a small community, so I get to actually see the people that are writing the books when I go to the art therapy conference. And I feel like just being part of the membership helps me stay connected to the people that I've just grown up with. And I think that's really important, is to feel like you're a part of something.
How would you like to see ADA grow?
I would love to see ADA continue to grow in membership so that we have all affinity groups represented and we can really promote the profession and all the important work that's happening all over the country that many of us are doing unseen. So just to create visibility for everyone and the work that they're doing.
I think for me, the biggest thing that I would like to see ADA grow is to continue to work on more licensure across all 50 states. I think ADA is a strong presence in the community of art therapy in the field as a whole, and think that's something that we should keep on pushing towards.
I would like to see ADA adopt more policies to support our LGBTQ plus community.
In the world that we live in, there are so many things changing on a daily basis and sometimes even on an hourly basis. And I recognize that while ADA was formed decades ago, we recognize that there's a need to continue seeing ADA's growth happen to meet the current membership and the future membership. And I think that one way that I would like to see ADA grow is by continuing to really grow what it means to show representation within a professional space. Thinking about the different offerings that have come about in recent years, highlighting different affinity groups, thinking about different affinity months that are celebrated, and also offering different continuing education courses that target specific populations of people and specific populations of art therapists who are doing the work and showing up for different communities throughout the world is really valuable. And I hope that ADA can continue to provide that space for not just art therapists to grow into, but also the profession to continue to grow out from.